All right. Just tweeted about the stream. So I am here. Gonna go ahead and let some people trickle in real quick. Third stream of the day, baby. So no, hi, buddy. I got one more in me. Cyclone, what up? Look at that. 2 wagons. I know the 2 likes that are currently on the stream are you two. I have no doubt about it. My boy Marv comes in here right away, likes it, says what's up. Of course, the wagons to know says hi, likes it right away. It's just how it works. Just absolute wagons. We got another like in here. I love it. I love it. All right. Yo, Isaiah, what up? So I am going to, this stream is going to be a little different. I am going to not focus on slips necessarily or anything like that. We can talk about how to build them and what we look for in building these slips. But this more so is going to be question based off the comments where I give answers. I talk through some tidbits I know about the optimizer and how I use it to help you guys. Stuff like that is what this stream specifically is going to be. We had a morning live stream value live stream. Yep, lots of PGA on the board. And that's something I want to get into, Isaiah, as well, to make sure we are taking advantage of this PGA value in the correct way. Because it is a little different being a user and seeing this on there and the payouts that you get with PGA and stuff as well. So hang tight, Isaiah, because I want to explain that to you before you go deep diving into a bunch of PGA. I want to make sure you know how you should be playing it. I am also just waiting on. I want to make sure we get some tweets out. If you guys want to go ahead and drop a retweet on my tweet, that way we can go ahead and get more people in here that are learning the optimizer and such. Would appreciate it. But yeah. All right. Looks like we got 10 fine folks. My wife's in her car. This is funny. My wife's in her car and my phone is playing again by Fetty Wap in her car right now as we speak. She's pulling out of the driveway. She's probably so annoyed. Yo, Fiend, what up? All right. So I know I'm not gonna wait too long because I know like our typical live streams. This is not that where we're sniping a bunch of value, but wanted to talk through any questions. I know most of you guys in here appreciate you, Fiend. I know most of you guys in here use the optimizer, and if you're not in here because you don't have, or because if you're in here and you don't use the optimizer, you're in a good stream. This is questions you have about the optimizer, or if you're in your 7-day free trial period. I want to help you understand and learn plus EV betting and how to use these tools to the best of your ability to be able to keep you on in general. Because really, I feel like communication gets lost sometimes between DGF or our users that just are coming in looking for every slip to hit. We try our best, guys, and most of you in here know we're putting out educational content on how to plus EV bet and just a million different things with these tools to help you guys be able to use them. But if you don't put it into play, what we're saying, that's where we see people give up after 2 days on the optimizer. There's been times where I've had 2 days and I didn't hit a slip, but last 5 months I've tracked. I've came out positive by a good margin at the end of the month. And even a month sample size is not long enough. 5 months is a good sample size, I would say, right? And I've seen success. And that's through these not as popular seasons like NBA, NFL, and such. So it really, really, as long as you win more than you lose, that's all that matters. Now, you might not win more than you lose slip-wise because, obviously, that's pretty hard when you're playing 5-pick parlays. But with the set payouts and playing these plus CV plays over time is what makes us profitable over the long term. But real quick, before I get into anything else, and you guys feel free, sorry if my chair is squeaking, feel free to go ahead, ask any questions you guys have. I want to answer them on the stream. That's why I am doing this. This isn't quite necessarily a value stream that we normally do. But I want to talk about these PGA plays here on the board currently. And let me actually bring this up so I can maybe put it into, so I can show you guys what I'm talking about here on PrizePicks as well. So these PGA plays, right? If we were to take all of them, so let's take the top PGA plays. It's John Rahm. It's, who was that? Patrick Cantlay. Patrick Cantlay, under birdies are better. We have Hovland, Fowland, and Homa. Hovland, under, Homa, and Fowler. It was all on the under. All on the under here, right? We take all of these plays now you know the optimizer shows they are plus EV because they are, but what makes it not plus EV is if you were to put these all into a slip. So why do I say that? Because if you put these all into a 5-pick flex where you're typically getting 10x payout for 5 of 5, 2x for 4 of 5, and then 0.4x for 3 of 5, that would be plus EV if we could get that same payout, right? But since you're using all these PGA plays and they have nerfed PGA payouts for slips only containing PGA, and I think something to do with correlation. I'm not quite sure, very well rounded as far as what's changing the slip types, different overs, unders, and such like that. But nonetheless, playing this at 7x for 5 of 5 and 1.75 for 4 of 5 and 0.4 3 of 5 is not going to be plus EV. So in order to get around that, what we could do is take out some, and we could play maybe some other plays. These are not plus EV plays. Do not tail this slip. I'm just showing an example. So you could play two plays, and what somebody in the Discord had mentioned was if you play 2 different plays in the same slip PGA and they're different stat types, so birdies are better and strokes, how we have 2 different plays, you can still get this 10x payout. So if you're going to play these plays, these PGA plays, go ahead and play them in a way that you are still getting your full payouts, whether it's a 6 times or a 5 times. Go ahead and play them in that fashion, because you don't want to play those nerf payouts and cancel out your positive expected value, because what makes these slips positive expected value is a lot of times these payouts, right? Getting them at minus 119 on a play that's minus 147 on DraftKings or minus 165 on DraftKings, getting to play it at that minus 119 is huge. So they only do that for PGA, Isaiah says, question mark. Yeah, I believe so. They currently are only doing that for PGA. So just wanted to get that out there because PGA is new to the optimizer. I don't expect everybody to know that, although hopefully if you've been listening to what we're saying in our YouTube videos and on our live streams, you would get, without me even having to say it, why this wouldn't be plus EV. If not, we got to do a little bit better job communicating certain things of plus EV. Make sure you guys are dropping questions. That's literally solely what this live stream is for. You ask a question, I answer. So any questions to help you with the optimizer or plus EV betting in general, bankroll management, stuff like that. I came late. Can you explain? See, this is perfect. Can you explain the best way to use the middling tool on PrizePicks and Underdog? I'm assuming that is TJ, who is the only person on DGF that calls me handsome. TJ, I got a good looking mama. I'm just gonna say it. Get all these looks from my mama. I probably shouldn't have told you that. Now I can hear the MILF jokes coming. God damn. All right. Well, either way, General, you're in time. You're definitely not late. So we can talk about the DFS middling tool. So Matt has talked about talked about how he literally almost solely checks the middling tool nowadays, right? He gets plenty of plays off the middling tool. And how he's been doing that is by searching for discrepancies across the market. So you can use this tool not only to middle by middle. I hope by now most of you guys are understanding what I mean. Let me try and find some plays. Looking for some large discrepancies. I don't really see any CSGO or anything like that. All right, here, let's talk about this play. ROPS. To middle this, I don't know what app this is right now. Okay, Hot Streak. So to middle this ROPS play, ROPS, where did it go? To middle this ROPS play, you take the under of 23 on PrizePicks being the highest number available between DFS apps that have a line for ROPS. You would take the over of 21.5 on Hot Streak. If it lands on 22, you win both bets. If it lands on 23, you win on Hot Streak and you push on PrizePicks. So you technically don't lose both bets. So that's what we consider middling. You really want to take advantage of this in big discrepancies, right? Obviously, the bigger discrepancy, the higher percentage chance it lands in that middle to where you win both bets. So we've seen, me and TJ took advantage of one the other day on JockMKT, actually. It was 41 on JockMKT. It was a CSGO play. 41 on JockMKT kills in maps 1 and 2. On other apps, they were right about 34, all of them, if not all of them. 34. So, in other words, I think it was at 34 on the dot. So let's say if it landed on 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, right? If it landed on any 8 of those numbers I just mentioned, you either win both bets or you could push one of the bets. Yeah, so in general, that is a huge discrepancy and definitely worth middling. That's one way to use this tool, right? To find those big discrepancies and which apps to play them on, which is partly because if you look at this, it's going to give you the best bang for your buck on the app to middle, right? So look, we have this on PrizePicks that you could take at 4.5, but to take the best number of 5 and you get your best bang for your buck, that's probably a bad example, but you want to play this on Vivid Picks, and this is a good example actually in a sense, because you want to play this on Vivid Picks, because if you look here, the market is agreeing that this should be at 4.5. There's one DFS app saying this should be at 5, and they're incorrect when you compare to the rest of the market. You don't want to take the over on Vivid Picks. You're getting the highest number possible on Vivid Picks. So, and you don't want to listen to one book, right? Why would you take that on that book when 1, 2, 3, 6 other books are saying this should be set lower? So that's what you're looking for as well. These plays where you find discrepancies across the market, and the more books backing up that one number, like 4.5 in this instance, the better, because that just proves that if all of these books with their models and just how they're setting lines independently and they all agree, but then you have one book off, it's obviously clear that that book is off and should be 4.5. So you want to take advantage of that. We've used this. I see some more questions. I think it's TJ says it's also a great way to just find / see where the whole market is aligned. So exactly. So he just explained what I have just explained. But where's it going? I don't know. I got on a tangent with that. But yeah, nonetheless, an easy way to see where these DFS are set and to take advantage of it on the opposite. Oh, that's what I was going to say. A very real life example that we use all the time is, Say car dealerships A, B, C, D, and E have a 2023 Honda Civic priced at $25,000 on their lot, right? But then you have car dealership F with a 2023 Honda Civic, same exact car, same make, model, whatever, but they have it priced at $23,000. So you have 5 car dealerships with this priced at $25,000 and one price with it at $23,000. Where are you going to go buy your car? Are you going to go buy it at $25,000 dealerships? Hell no. You're going to go get the better price. Line shopping. That's literally line shopping. And the middling tool makes it really easy to line shop. You're going to go buy that car for $23,000 at car dealership F. That's exactly what we're saying. TJ says, like the video, guys. Come on. TJ, that's what we need you in here for, baby. Begging them likes. Love it. Let's hit 10 likes. Sorry, there was a question by MW Pads. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I just called it MW Pads, so I'm sorry. Question. Do you ever get a chance to dominate? Oh my God, Wheezy. Did you ever get a chance to dominate Debbie 4 bags? No. But TJ put me on the spot the other day on FaceTime. He's like, go throw 4 bags right now. Right? So I have some cornhole boards on my back porch that I just threw outside real quick. Threw 4 bags. Not going to lie. First one wasn't pretty. I was like, all right, I got put on the spot. I didn't, I was barefooted. I wasn't all myself. Got thrown on the spot, whatever. Wasn't the best. I was like, let me throw 4 more. He's like, all right. I drilled 2 out of 4 into the hole, so. Yeah, right. I'm going to go buy my Ferrari car from the dealership for $3,000 because I robbed all the DFS apps from Middling Esports. LOL. That a boy, Raz? Let's go, TJ. Yesterday, I'm telling you what, after yesterday, TJ could buy a mansion the way he was robbing books. So, refreshing here. We have player shots attempted. So soccer here. Going up against my Orlando City Soccer Club. Adam Greenwis, under 2 on PrizePicks. The only other book we have is over 1.5. So if you were to middle this, player shots attempted, pretty hard stat to get in soccer, right? It's not as easy as a kill in CS:GO. So this 0.5 really moves the needle when you look at it. You could take the over on Sports Battle at 1.5. Take the under of 2 on PrizePicks. Lands on 2, you technically don't lose both bets. Isaiah Willis says, did 56 units last month using DG Fantasy Optimizer just on PrizePicks. Love to hear that. It's possible to be positive or profitable on just PrizePicks. Yes, 100% agree that can happen. However, way easier to be profitable sports betting when you have multiple apps, getting the best number on all of the apps, and being able to get more volume in. So I would suggest, Isaiah, if you are able to get in any other DFS app, you sign up with whatever ones are legal in your state, get them in your arsenal. That way you can use this middling tool to find the best value across those apps. Use the optimizers, but use code DGF for a 100% deposit match up to $100 on those apps. Also, if you're watching this live stream, you either are on the free trial, you have never signed up for a free trial, or you've just been thinking about it, or just wanted to learn a little bit more. If you sign up, you get a 7-day free trial to play with, right? Linked in the description, you can sign up for 7 days free. But my goal is to teach you guys how to use the optimizers, how to plus EV bet, in order to make you a good plus EV better, to be able to keep going after your 7-day free trial is up, because we believe the product obviously works. I mean, you see the results on Twitter. You see anybody that is taking it serious in plus EV betting and really trying, you're going to see the results because math is going to math. If you're getting away from things and doing it the wrong way, you might not see the results that most people, if not everybody, are seeing based off the optimizer. Hold on, I gotta catch up. I only have 2, sadly, but still working out. Okay. What's the difference when it's plus EV plays or the 6-man drop down? Not exactly sure what you're saying there, Spaz. I think I might know, but I'm not 100% sure what you're saying. So real question for you. Let's say 5 books have a K prop at 4.5, but 1 book has it at 5.5. We're obviously playing the under on the 5.5, but is it worth taking the over on 4.5 on one of the books? Yeah, I would definitely say so. I mean, that's middling an entire K. Lands on 5. Yeah, you're pretty golden. You're winning both bets. If not, you win one side or the other. Obviously, yeah. I think a 1K discrepancy is plenty to middle. Scenario: you have 2K bankroll. Of all 9 DFS apps, how do you spread your money? Oh, man. Like, are you talking about, like, what would I put into each app? I'll come back to that question as far as, like, what I would put into each app. I mean, honestly, if you could just divide it and put it into each app, you know, split. I guess I'd also... No, it's hard. It's hard to explain. I'm not sure. I haven't really thought about that. I just honestly take care of my deposit matches, and then I never transfer over to a different app winnings from another app and stuff like that. I just keep rolling with what I have on those apps, but still sticking to my unit size across all of those apps. It's a good question, though. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would probably just split it up the 9 ways. But if you have 9 DFS apps, I need to move to your state. More importantly, I need to move to your state. I know it's probably a scenario, yeah, like you mentioned, but okay. So now, yeah, I get what you're saying now. So if you click this drop down and you pull up our plus EV plays drop down box, you can pick what's plus EV for 2 pick powers. Part of the reason why we say don't play 2 pick powers. Not too much value when looking for a 2 pick power. 3 pick flex, we got nothing there. Those are the hardest slips to be profitable over long term. We get down to 5 pick flex. We got a bunch of plus EV plays, right? We're looking for 54.34% in order to make this a plus EV play to use in a 5 pick flex. However, let's go with your scenario, a 6 pick flex. So, yeah, so we still have plenty of plus EV plays. But if we're looking to make an actual slip, so we'll click off of this. So let's just say minus 119 is what we're looking for. Let's say that 54.34%, right? We can play this 56 in here. Let me bring this up. So we can use this calculator just to show you. And this is a calculator that I use in general. So we could take this. This is a really, really good play, actually. Charlie Morton, Randy Vasquez, under 10 combo strikeouts. That is a 56.36% odds to hit, right? Boom, 56.36. Then we'll take Patrick Cantlay at 55.65. $55.65. We'll take Victor Hovland at 55.22 because it's 2 separate stats in golf, so we can play those. Did I say 55.22? So currently the average of our each leg is 55.74. So now, let's say none of these plays here in the middle existed. But we come down to Aaron Judge. he was at 54.16. So below that 54.34% that we're looking for as far as what individually makes a plus EV. But if we put this into a slip, so 54.16, we're still at 55.34. So you know what? We could probably come down here. Oh, I like Rafael Devers at 53.85%. I'm just giving this an example. Really, I mean, if you have 5+ EV plays that you can play, into a slip at the top, you're going to want to do that. I'm just giving you guys examples on how you can still build out plus EV slips. So like this Devers play, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 53.85. Boom. That still has our average fair odds percentage on each individual leg at 55.048%. So above that 54.34% that we need. So in the long run, that would be a profitable slip. Now, in my head, I'm like, do I actually enter that slip in? Because is it going to hit? Like, okay, so they've bumped Morton and Vasquez. So there it is. My fate was decided right there. I know I wasn't trying to build slips out here on the stream, but Jaden, I'm in Florida too. I don't know if 9 DFS apps, maybe I haven't counted, but maybe you're right. We got quite a few, so we're blessed, but no sports books yet. So yes, that's basically how you can work more plus EV plays in off the optimizer, or like I said, the middling tool. The middling tool still works kind of the same way. You're looking for, your percentage to be above, but also if you could find plays that are in disagreements, like currently there's 5 books saying that Aaron Savale's hits allowed should be at 5.5. 2 books, being PrizePicks and Underdog, say this at 5. So you have 5 in agreement, 2 that are not, 5 outweighing the 2, all setting their lines individually. I think it's pretty safe to say that Underdog and PrizePicks are the ones that are off here. Take the over of 5 on PrizePicks. So you could take the under of 5.5 on Hot Streak as well. That's where you're getting the best bang for your buck. Spaz, did I explain that for you? Joe Quinn, yes, you can play 2 picks. Like, don't get me wrong. I know Matt and TJ very often they will say that, or not very often, but like they're not really playing 2 picks in general. Sometimes on a Taco Tuesday, I'll play a 2 pick. If I'm struggling at the end of the night or whatever, and I haven't got in my last taco, throw in a 2 pick. All right, it's not something I'm totally against, but with those big, those heavy odds to hit plays, those discounted plays, it's a little easier to be able to play a 2 pick and feel good about it, right? But it's still not something that I technically recommend. But it's still a plus EV play at the end of the day. If you're playing it with something that's getting you above, you're looking for minus 136 in a 2 pick. So. But what would you take the under? Huh? I mean, if you're Spaz, if you're actually looking at the optimizer, it's going to tell you over. I'm not quite sure why it was populating that saying technically under, but if you go to the actual optimizer, that's why if you want to use the optimizer or the middling tool on the app that you are, looking for, right? To make sure you're getting it correct. I see what you're saying. Carl, not necessarily, with daily grind, obviously, like we are, we're pushing our tool, and it's great. I know plenty of good things about OddsJam and stuff like that, but obviously we're pushing daily grind fantasy and believe in our tools and such. So definitely trust daily grind fantasy myself. Appreciate all the questions, guys. It makes it a lot easier when you guys are asking questions and I can talk through things. Just to try and think about a few things that I can mention. Also, if you have the optimizer and you maybe post content about PrizePicks and stuff like that, if you want to look into becoming a DGF affiliate, go to the resource tab, hit affiliate program, get started, sign up, and become a DGF affiliate. You can make some money that way. 8-leg the other night, 27x payout. Dang. Where was that at? Was that on like Sleeper or Hot Streak or something like that? With like the dynamic payouts? Did everybody get what I'm talking about here? Like, this is something I actually use all the time to be sure I'm getting a plus EV slip in with these percentages. Hot Streak. Yeah, I figured it was. To get a 27x payout. Really good play here on JockMKT. Nolan Arenado over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Minus 155 on DraftKings. If you look here, the drop down. In a 3-pick non-insured slip, we're getting this at minus 122. So you're getting a minus 155 play at minus 122. So we can take it with the Blake Snell. So we got Nolan Arenado over. Oh, no, they pulled it. All right, so we don't. Yeah, if you guys don't know, currently right now there is a Blake Snell fire sale, I believe it's called, on JockMKT, over 0.5 Ks. So you can go to JockMKT, play the over 0.5 Ks. If you want, use code DUSTIN and you get 100% deposit match up to $100. So hang on. Jared says ParlayPlay didn't have odds on Brokey this morning, so I took his under 39. Then I don't know if you said, I think you meant to say took his under 39, then saw a hot streak had it set at 34.5. Parlay has it now at 38.5. Was this still a good decision? Just going off one book. So if the way you're explaining it, it's a great decision if the way that I just read that is how you were explaining it in a sense. So essentially, part of the reason why we call it middling to middle props, not only because we're looking for it to hit the middle, but the most accurate projection is probably the middle, right? So if you have ParlayPlay at 39 and hot streak at 30, let's just say 34 or fine, 34.5. It's safe to say that these both respectable books, setting lines themselves, both respectable. More likely, if the two of them are in disagreement, one higher, one lower, the right projection probably is somewhere right around in the middle. Let's say 36 and a half, maybe 37. So you've seen Brokey, after you took the under of 39, they were set too high to begin with. So now they've moved their line closer to the middle of the two projections. Wouldn't be surprised if Hot Streak moved theirs up to like 35.5, closer to the middle, that 36-ish, 36.5 number, in order, to compensate that. Because from the get-go, it should have been closer to that number. These two books, were in disagreement. Hopefully that makes sense. Boom fantasy payouts are crazy. There you go. 8-legger, 27x. Would you use both tools for 6-mans on PrizePicks? Absolutely. Absolutely, you can use both tools for 6-man on PrizePicks. 100%. Carl Peterson, so the odds of the sports books are listed under them, etc. Minus 160. Then the DGF symbol is the odds you get for that same prop. A little confused. I don't think from what no, you're not getting. You're not necessarily getting it on whatever app you're playing it at. This most of the times, guys, is the average odds. Given to you basically via these sports books. But in this case, this being set at 1.5, right, to go over, or they're giving this, juice, not juice. They're saying this isn't favored to go over, basically. They let me restart. They are saying that Christian Walker is favored to go over, basically, 1.5 total bases. However, JockMKT, with this being at 2, now the DGF line is saying that this is minus 138 to go under 2 or push on 2, right? So it's a little tricky as far as that goes. It's just you have to take these discrepancies into play, right? Like originally, these lines, or this one's a little bit easier to explain. These lines right here are saying that minus 173, minus 170 across all these books to go over 2.5 earned runs for Noah Syndergaard. But take into consideration that this is at 3 now. Now you would be getting it at implied odds of minus 139. Yeah, Jokeman, they are for the most part. Sometimes it's like I said, you kind of gotta look at it a little. Yeah, so. But yeah, that's kind of how that works. And I explained Fliff earlier today. I know a couple of you guys were in my early stream, and how that works. So I don't know if you guys have questions on that, or if you guys do have any other questions. Carl, I'm not sure what you're getting at there, as far as that last message. But I don't know 100%. This might be an every Wednesday type stream, Q&A type of thing. So if that's the case, if you guys get more questions over the next week, be prepared. Ask them next Wednesday. I think it's going to be going forward. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah. Oh, okay. I got what you're saying. All right. Yeah, so I think that's going to be it. We're at 60 viewers. I know this wasn't going to be a pop and stream as we weren't really building. It's just Q&A. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you learned something. If you have other questions, you can always hit me up in DMs. But I'll be back on another live stream, of course. That's it, guys. Appreciate everyone tuning in, asking questions. I really do appreciate it. Peace out, guys.